Apparently Suki's saying hello. Or somebody decided to come to my door right at this time. I have a feeling that somebody's at my door. So I'm just getting everything ready. Get some time for people maybe to show up. Let's see here. Get my stuff going here. What is it, Miss Suki? Is there somebody here? Should I go check it? Should I go check it, sweetheart? Turn this down. Oh shoot, I'm doing the wrong thing here. I hear myself in echoes. Wow. It sounds like a whole bunch more noise than what it actually is. Wow. Okay. There. That way I can kind of respond and chat here because Louise always gets me with that. Oh my gosh, somebody was just here. Hang on. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. There's nobody here. Ah, that's funny. Maybe when I return, somebody will be. I miss Vicky. What's going on? Okay. That's so funny. Where are you? Oh, goodness me, oh my. I see her. You can see me. Okay. Whoever, if there is somebody here or whoever's watching for the replay, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. So that was a lady that I'm going to be teaching Reiki to. So she was leaving me a quick little note because she knows that it's full moon, eclipse, energy. So she's busy tonight. So that was funny. So if you're on my Facebook right now, you're best suited to go over to YouTube on Rainbow Winds. I don't know if I can see the comments because I just put my phone up here to let people know that I was live on YouTube. So if you want some tarot readings tonight, head over to YouTube, Rainbow Winds Healing. I'm going to be doing some live readings for about the next hour or so. I'm going to feel it out and see how it goes and go from there. So I also would like to say thank you to, I'm at 120 subscribers now, so I'm doing awesome. YouTube was funny because then they're like, now you got to go for 1,000. I'm like, I just made it to 100. So if you'd like, please click like, subscribe, share, all that neat stuff. If you're on your Facebook, come over to YouTube and subscribe. Thank you. I could totally use some likes and subscriptions. So thank you. I'm going to turn off my Facebook now. I hope to see you over there. Well, up here, there, YouTube. Bye. Okay, I finished that off. There's my telephone ace, where is she? So now I'm not all over the place. And of course, they're asking me more questions. CSCT. Oh, hi, Louise. I see you. See, look at it. And I got this taken care of. Look. That way I can say hi back, even in chat. Yay. Okay, so I got that done. So I guess I can just start announcing the winners, eh? I want to because you are one, Louise. I couldn't believe it. I was like, of course. Spirit's so funny that way. I got a few things I want to do tonight. So one, I want to show the little crystal kits. And I'm going to keep adding to them. I know I am. I put like mini crystal grids in there with some wishes and stuff like that. I want to talk more about the hand stuff, about the hand energy. Oh, you're Cinder. She wants to make her appearance too. Oh, I miss Cinder. Nothing like a black kitty on a full moon. Oh yeah. And how you can start sensing like colors and how you can use colors for healing with your hands and stuff like that. What does it say here? Yes. Oh, I know. What I did is I have a jar and I put all the names. I ended up having like 28 people all together. So I shook it all up and I put them like on little sticky notes so I couldn't see any names. I went in, I reached, and I pulled them out and I got all the names. So I'm going to announce winners. That's the next thing too. So the winners are Louise, you won a tarot reading. Pamela, she won a tarot reading, and Lisa won a tarot reading. And I do believe Pamela will be watching this at some other time. She's over in the UK. I know who she is. So please message me, email me, or message me on social media, and I will get that reading to you. Just ask me what questions. Ask me 3 questions, main questions about your life that you would like to know about, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. And Lisa, I believe that's Lisa Cheek, and she's also on my social media. So crystal kits, Tammy won a crystal kit, Rebecca W, and Joan Sweeney. So I'm not too sure. I think I know who Joan Sweeney is, but just in case, please send me a message on social media. I'm pretty sure I know who Rebecca W is, and I know who Tammy is. So I will be reaching out to them for their crystal kits. So they won some pretty cool stuff. So they won the kyanites that came out of that big crystal. So I have a nice little kyanite in each one. This one has like the biggest one there. Oh, it's got a neat one. So with each one though, I kind of like, if one seemed like to have a bigger crystal, then I made sure I put a different bigger crystal in. So I also put in some Himalayan salt if you want to put that in a bath, whatever you like. Use it for cleansing ceremonies. There's also quartz in here. I put in wishes. I put in the 7 powers incense. I put some frankincense tears in here. I also put some lapis lazuli, the green aventurine in here, so you can make a small grid anywhere you want. And then each one has a little bottle. I got the crystals to go in there for whatever you want to use it for spell work, for whatever it is, whatever feels right for you. So that's what I did with that. You're welcome, sweetheart. And thank you for, yes, please email me. Remember, 3 questions. And you can take time to think about them. If you have a 4th one, please feel free to send it if you can't make up your mind. Oh my goodness. These 2 are starting to play. They're feeling the energy. Cinder was loving it. So now I would like to talk about like the developing the sensitivities through color and touch. And what you can do to start practicing with your hands is you can make little color cards. I don't know if you can see these colors quite well. I'm not sure the lighting. I try to make it so that you could see stuff. So I put like lots of lights around. This is a blue one. I don't know if you can quite see it. This is blue, red, and yellow. These are the primaries. So I always say start with the primaries because when you start getting into other colors, like on the color wheel, oh my goodness, maybe it's just too bright. I'm going to flick off a light here. Bring this up to the camera. Because it makes more sense to me. Is that a little bit better? Click. There. So there's the color wheel. So using the primaries to begin with is smart because the primaries make all the other colors. So we know that yellow and blue make green. Red and blue make purple. Red and yellow make orange. And that's how you start getting your color wheel. The primaries, the red, the blue, the yellow. All the rest are mixed from the primaries. As you can see here, primary. Then you got your secondaries, which is orange, purple, and green. And then you go from there. You got like an orangey yellow, Then you have like the red purple, the blue purple, the blue. So, and it goes all the way around the color wheel. But to begin with sensing, you have a blank on the back. I have spillage. But what you can do is you put your hand over your cards and you start sensing which color it is. And when you start getting them right, level up to the secondary colors, orange, purple, and green. So then you'll have 6 cards. And then you can move up from there. Usually 6 cards is enough because then you have a general of the color skill, because then you have these, plus you have orange, green, and purple. And that's pretty much your rainbow. So being able to sense color is a first start in energy transference and healing, because once you start down patting your colors and you have visuals, you can then start visualizing different colors coming out of your hands. Visualize your hand as a chakra. The red, all the way up to the violet. Oh my goodness, these two are pulling stunts over here. So you can then eventually have a rainbow of energy come through your hand. And that's where a lot of the Reiki comes from. Yes, you can morph chakra colors. So when you can actually affect a thermostat or a thermometer. When you start, like, say you want to have like a cooler color, and you start learning about your own energy and your colors. So if you have you start sensing a blue color, like as soon as I say the color blue, I can feel a coldness start in my hands, like in my chi area is what I call it, because I ball the energy before I release it. So when I say blue, I can feel like a coolness in my hand. So you start practicing and you sense the colors and what the colors do for you. Yeah, exactly. So when you start sensing these colors, this is where you can start affecting change, affecting environments, affecting bodies, because some people might have inflammation. So when you're sensing those cool colors, so you're sensing like a blue and a green, maybe like a pastel pink, because these are the colors that you're wishing to put in, and these are the energies. You can actually focus those intentions and those energies, that color, through, and you can be like channeling it through. So you can channel it from source. So even say you wanted to put like more earth energy into it instead of source energy, well, there would be earthy colors. So I don't know too many people that work with like a brown. They would work with a black, blue, green, from the earth, like earthy colors. Even like reds and yellows come from the earth. Think of like red earth, maybe a darker earth, and then a sand. So, and every time you start working with those things, you get a sense of what you're sensing with your hands. So if I mentioned sand because this was something I learned during one of my Reiki classes that I thought was amazing. So say you're going over somebody's body and you're scanning and you start sensing something, and then you get the images of sand. It's good to know what that means and reference when you start getting to know your energy senses. So you notice there's like a sand lake, but then you can start sensing the color to it. So is it a red sand? Is it an orange sand? Is it a blue sand? And then knowing what kind of sand it is, or because that's what you're seeing in the body, is knowing that it's like some sort of sandy like thing. So you know that there's hard molecules in there. Same thing, hard molecules. If you're sensing sand in the body, you know that there's a collection of something in there. It could be a collection of crystals in the body as well, because they are earthy. But again, so say the sand is like a blue, so you know that there's a cold spot there. Well, it needs to be warmed up. So knowing what color is up from the arm here to down here. So say the color, their natural aura is like more of a purple color, because everybody has more of a more brilliant color to their aura systems. So it's, see, there's more purple, and then there's a blue here. So everything's working well in the purple, but there's this blue. So you start thinking of a color that would warm it up would be red, and that would make it a purple. So you could start warming up the sand. And what you notice is when you're warming up that sand-like texture, the sand will start moving and start shaping and forming back into whatever the pattern is in here. Everybody has a different pattern, but most generally our patterns are flow. When you start sensing things like sand or heaviness or like a bumpy feeling, sometimes I've even sensed like a gush, like a gush back when I was done Reiki on people. There's like a gushy feeling, and it literally meant that they were just so retaining water that we had to start like lowering it down, like start retaining, taking the water out of the system of that spot and flushing it out. So we were actually taking, um, this person had more of a greeny orange hue to their body, so they had a lot of green, but in the spot it was orange. It was like really like really going like, I'm here, notice me. I'm starting to get inflamed. It wasn't quite red yet. And, you know, it was just kind of like that orangey yellow. And it was just kind of like firing off like that fiery energy. And because he had green in his system so much, I started adding blue. And so the blue really started bringing it down a bit. And then it seemed like the yellow was coming more forward. And then the blue intermixed with it. And once it started intermixing, I noticed that it was starting to leave, like the orange was starting to fall through the body, and it was all turning more different colors of greens and stuff like that. But it was exiting, and it, once it got back to its regular shape, it turned the same color as the rest. So I find that playing with color is really easy because you don't have to just sense patterns or just have to like work on a whim of this is what I feel. There's a sensory here. When you're working with colors, it really gives you that sense within because colors represents feelings, and so it really helps tune in for the healer. And I really wanted to stress that out there because I had a lot of questions from the hand magic video about controlling the energy that comes in and out of your hands. And that's the number one way to control it is having visual confirmation of the colors they're coming in and out. And once you become really good at it, you can start shooting out those. I call it the Care Bear effect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Talk from oops. Talk about heart releases over expansion. Yeah. Talk about needs activate crown. Yep. Yep. Yes. All right. So another way to do this too is practice on others. Figure what their colors are, you know, practice with somebody that you feel safe with. And if you have children or animals, they're great to practice with. And you're going to notice so animals respond to energy healing much differently, especially hand energy. They'll take notice of it real quick. So I know you probably remember that when I was talking about the hawk, Louise, when I was spiraling, I got the hawk. My kids were like, "What are you doing?" It was pretty funny. Oh, I know what else I in the kit I put these birch leaves. These not birch leaves, birch bark. So you can do secret messages if you want. For intentions or release, whatever feels right for you. But you should be able to get a few off of this. This is a full thick piece of the bark, and you should be able to peel it. I don't really want to peel this on you, so you can start to peel it. And you can have little ones, or you can do a big thick one, you can burn it. And if you wet it, you can roll it up like a scroll and let it dry, and it will stay. It will stay, it will stay. So, Miss Louise, I have a question. Do you like singing bowls? Zebra energy. It's good. the next 100 days, Louise, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. So what I'm doing is I pulled up a pendulum, and this pendulum is a tiger's eye. And I'm allowing the pendulum to clear the bowl. I have lemon leaves in the bowl. And what I'm going to do is let you make comments. So not just in the live, like the afterwards in the replay, I'll check back. And if you want your name on a leaf and released into Niagara Falls, you can totally do that. Oh gosh, look at the energy on this. Woo! That's incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah. Pendulums are another good way to get energy flowing in your body, but that could be a whole new thing. Okay, we're ready. So this singing bowl I've had 10, 11 years now. It's actually from Nepal. I got it from a wonderful lady that had a shop in Guelph, Ontario, named Eagles and Oracles. She was one of the very first healing ladies I ever met. I asked her 1,000 questions. She was wonderful. Inside are lemon leaves. I'm going to put these on the table. Thank you. I need to take off my ring for this one. And it sounds very different than crystal bowls. It is the throat chakra. I'm going to get the leaves out. I got one up my nose. I don't bonk. I do not bonk this bowl. I was taught not to bonk a singing bowl because if you do, it will put it out of tune. Oh, I gotta put my legs. Let me know how well you can hear this, Louise. Please and thank you. Okay, I'll try to bring it closer so you can allow the energy to resonate with you. How is that? That will go on for quite some time. That's the one thing I like about them. It's very low. I can feel it in my hand. It goes on and on for quite some time. Always makes me feel good though. Ooh, yeah. So how do you feel about live reading there, Louise? Hi, Rebecca. You want a crystal kit? I actually tried that's messy. I actually tried to get here sooner, but I was stuck in art class. Well, not stuck. I want to be there. So, and I brought a painting to prove it. This was the last class. So we were doing watercolors. We were doing roses and daisies. Roses, daisies. Flowers and their symbology, their meaning, different ways of doing them. So it was kind of cute because the introduction was neat. You had to do like 3 little things about yourself. 2 truths and 1 lie. So my 2 truths were I'm allergic to the sun. I love nature. Heart in the tree, if you can see that. And the last one, the lie was I'm a famous artist. Yeah, so that's not real. I didn't like to lie, so I wanted more of a dream. Oh yes, I forgot about this one too. Just before we're going to a quick reading, I wanted to talk about the Moonfire Incense. You burn this for divination, for love and harmony. The potassium nitrate is included in this incense to make it sparkle and glow. If you add too much, it will explode. So it's 1 part rose, 1 part orris, 1 part bay, 1 part Jupiter, and 1 part dragon's blood, and then a half part of potassium nitrate. You don't have to use potassium nitrate or potassium nitrate because it is very, very explosive, and you might not find it. But if not, you can use benzoate. It will work. I'll give it yes, juniper. I don't think I say it right in my tongue, but juniper, yes, juniper berries. Jupiter, juniper, Jupiter, juniper, the plant. Hello, Miss Suki. Do you want to come into the reading? Yes? You say hello? Say hello to everybody. Say hello, Miss Suki. Hello. Look up this way. You say hi. Hi. She's like, who are you talking to, Ma? She just wants love. Love and pets. All the time. You say hi to Louise and Becca. Hi, Louise. Hi, Becca. She's like, no. I feel like kissing you. You're going to touch cards. I can feel your energy. I swear, animals so tell when you turn energy on. She just wants to lick my hands now because she knows the energy is there. Okay, sweetie pie, we put you down, okay? Yeah, I know. You don't want to go down, but it's okay. You go play with your sister. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah? I think no way. I know. It's okay. Boop, boop. I know. So, let's do a quick reading. Oh, Suki. Suki. I really enjoyed the rune reading today when I did the full moon reading. So I'm going to pull a rune for you, Louise, and I'm going to pull one for Miss Becca. Universe, the rune for Louise. Oh, the one for Louise. Because I haven't been doing these in so long, so I had to pull out the book. So I think this is good practice and learning. Oh, it's called, you got honesty. We go page 93. 9-3. Just so you, for your number significance. Oh, I turned right to it. There we go. The sacred hand mirror of truth now lies in front of you. Pick it up in silence and without fear. Look into your present situation and ask if you're being honest, first with yourself and then with others. To be honest with oneself is where all the healing begins. If you are only now learning the simplicity that is born of true honesty, take a moment to remember the first time you admitted to be true to yourself or to another, the depth of truth of your feelings. Grateful for the relief you felt and the wisdom you gained by laying down the burden you had carried for so long. I'm like, Spirit, I'm not allowed to say that. So, Louise, I'll put that in your private reading. For some drawing, this rune is a sign that the days hiding from yourself and others are over. If, however, those days are still upon you, meditate on Shakespeare's poignant words. This is all above. To thy own self, be true. Honesty opens locked cupboards in the heart. Being honest is one way of relieving the pain. If you find that speaking the truth is still difficult, perhaps the very reason you received this rune is to remind you to ask God for the courage to try again. Consider, if you will, honesty's position on the circle of the runes, between the boundaries and serenity. The oracle is saying, lies in the frontier of honesty. Once you reach this place, life is easier, for it takes less effort to be honest than dishonest. When you deal dishonesty with your life, your body and your heart will create boundaries for you, boundaries that support you while taking the steps needed for change. And step by step, serenity will come in an even greater part of your life. Receiving this rune, you're reminded that there's less of everything, less hope, less trust, less faith, less to life itself without vigorous and rigorous honesty. The moment has come. This rune is saying to make a searching of fearless moral inventory of your feelings, your ways of thinking, and your actions, and to remember that when honesty goes, it takes serenity with it, for the seeds of courage to heal can only grow in an honest soil. It has been said that among the attributes of well-nourished self and the ability and the willingness to nourish others, honesty nourishes the soul even as it fosters healing. As the years go by and the course of our life changes, it is the ability to be honest with ourselves that provides us with the opportunity to teach the next generation that there is both honor and power in speaking the truth. I love the truth because the truth never sways. You can't sway the truth. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy to release. But the thing is with today, and like even for like the next few days, this moon is not just about releasing, it's about like regaining too. It's like a new moon energy too. Because just the way the balance goes is just incredible. Because it's like new moon, full moon, right? Because of the eclipse. Okay, Miss Becca, are you still here? I don't know. Even if she's not, I'm going to do her reading for her. Ooh, what's this? Where's this? Where's this? Up. Courage. Oh my goodness. Page 101. Courage is faith in action. Drawing this rune indicates that you're being asked to recognize and honor the courage and strength of your own spirit. As you do, you will grow to understanding necessary to continue traveling the road you have chosen and to face it with wisdom, whatever challenges life brings. Anyone who has been sorely tested, suffered through death or a loved one, or been critically ill, recovered from an addiction, or broken the silence of spousal abuse, knows well the courage it takes to heal. The insight from these transforming experiences gives us hope and teaches us the reward for courage is wisdom. If it is the past that troubles you, know that the past often healed by courageous heart and mind. Are you being asked to make a leap of faith into an uncertain future? If so, consider the circle of runes, where courage lies between acceptance and prayer. Thus, this oracle is saying, if you react to the present situation with panic or denial, there's no place for courage to take hold. If the challenge confronting you feels overwhelming, Think upon those who have faced grace adversity with grace and pray for their example to inspire you. Time and time again, the true test of courage is to live rather than to die, to survive the period of crisis, and to complete your healing. Take comfort from this. There's an intimacy with the divine arising from a small brave act that helps us through each day. For some, receiving this rune might be a reminder to reach out and ask for help. Taking the risk of reaching out is one of those brave acts of daily courage. For others, the rune of courage announces that the cycle of sorrow and pain has finally come to an end. Be at peace with your healing. You have walked the path of true courage, and now is time to go into the world and live the life you are born to live. That's so fitting for Rebecca. It's so fitting for her. Rebecca spends her time saving animals. She's quite the soul. She saves animals from abusive situations, and she needs courage. Like, she has courage, because let me tell you, she goes head to head with some people. I can't even hear about it sometimes. So, whew, it puts me. So it's amazing what she does. This is an amazing tribe. I mean, everybody seems to be doing amazing things, and that's what I love about this. This is why I created this channel, right? It's just like the extra, the je ne sais quoi. Because I think that a lot of us already know and what we're coming into. And just final touches or finding that way or stuff like that. I'm the little nerd girl, you know. I'm a little nerdy wise woman because I've spent a lot of time in books and practicing. I was the quiet one that sat and you were like, what was that? And you didn't know who it was. That would be me. I was always practicing with energy and stuff on people, and I always want to see their reactions and stuff. And I admittedly started doing this when I was young, so it was a lot of fun though, because people don't know it's you, and you get really good at it. You can just be like, I don't want to tell you about lotto machines or anything like that because you can kind of speed up a little bit, but you don't really want to mess with that stuff. It's not really something you want to mess with. There's karmic stuff when it comes to like winning lotteries because you didn't earn the money. It's kind of a strange thing. The windfall has to come naturally, not by a. It's kind of a strange thing. So I learned that one through a psychic named Kevin. He had won a lottery. He had won quite a bit of money. He won like $250,000, and he almost lost his gift because of it. Yeah. You can't mess with that stuff. See, what does this say? I can't read that far. I won on the Melbourne Cup 1 ticket. See? Because that's how it happens, right? Like, if you don't think about it. There's a story here, oh gosh, maybe about a month ago. And there's a gentleman that was sitting on a $20 million ticket. And he totally forgot about it. And he went to go check it. And he said he had that moment of, I wonder if I actually won. And, and he kind of chuckled it off and he checked it. He won $20 million. So that just goes to show you how the universe works, right? So I always go on a whim. If or if somebody buys me a ticket, it's always kind of like that. I just kind of go on my intuition. Always. And when I was younger, I really tried. And the universe messed with me because there's been 2 times in my 20s that I tried, and this is how I learned. My way, anyways, is that I went for those scratchy tickets, and there were 4 tickets, and I could sense that there's a winner in there. And so I picked up 2 of the tickets, and the lady behind me was my neighbor, and she picked up the other 2. And I scratched mine. I got like $3. And I'm like, nah, I don't think that was it. And she scratched her. She won the big prize. She won the vehicle. And so I was like, oh my God, like I'm so close. I'm so close. So I went and did it again. And I won like $500 that time. But again, I like same thing. It was like 4 tickets. I picked 2. I left the other 2 thinking I did great. My pick, the other person behind me picked them. And they won like $10,000.
I was like so happy for them though, because they looked like they were genuinely happy that they won it. Like they were like, we could use this, and it was an older couple, and yeah. So it kind of taught me how to be generous and grateful for other people for them to win. So yeah, it was really nice. I liked it, but it also taught me, you can't just go picking out winners for yourself. So I always go on a whim. I just say it as it's a gift. It's a gift, right? So my computer wants to restart. It's saying that it wants to update, which is interesting, but pretty good timing. I mean, I've been on here for about 40 minutes, and I do want to get out before midnight. 11:30 to midnight is good magic hour. So that's, good time to do magic is, half an hour before midnight. Um, Not everybody practices that way. It's kind of like a hoodoo voodoo thing. Um, Half an hour before midnight is good magic. Half an hour after midnight is bad magic. That's how I was taught when I was younger. So maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. But I always like tend to do my magic before midnight. And tonight I went to go visit the graveyard. I have some people I went to go say hello to. I know it sounds weird, but that's just me. I've been seeing spirits, talking to them for a very long time, and I have some thanks and some offerings to do because it's been incredible couple of days. I went into trance-like state a couple of days ago, received some amazing messages, and I'm looking forward to really opening up my path, like really opening it up. It's been such an enjoyable experience. So spirits kind of flipped the script on me, something that I thought I was going to be doing totally flipped. I'm learning something completely new in my art world, completely new in nature forest therapy, and complete eclipse, total eclipse of the heart. I don't know why. And then I had like turn around brown eyes. I can't sing. I'm not JDS Terror. Like I can sing. I'm monotone. I might be an artist, but I'm not a singing artist. I've actually made a joke about that. I made an album about calling the singing poet. And it was all humor because I can't sing. I mean, I can sing, like I love to sing, but I'm not willing to torture people with it. And I've tried. I did choir and stuff as a kid. It has everything to do with my hearing because I'm deaf in one ear. So sometimes my pronunciations are off. Um, Sometimes when my tone is off. So I really, it's like all a learning experience for me, even coming out with speaking. So I know that I'm speaking clearer and that people can understand me. So I'm not sitting here, talking like in it and you can't understand. So from my understanding, I'm much better with my pronunciations now, and it's not so murmled, and I can get it out. So um, thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate it. And gosh, I just really like doing these. Um, I really like making videos. They're a lot of fun. I like sharing what I know. Well, yeah, I like sharing what I know. So I'm gonna do one more thing. I looked over here because I heard something, and the goddess cards are really kind of like popping at me. So I'm gonna do the goddess cards. Beautiful jewel here. Yes, let's see what goddesses. I know Hakate has been around. Um, my beautiful sister, friend, and elder, Wepna, and I have been talking. There's some flooding going on with the earth. Like I told you, I was having some crazy downloads. And I don't just, I go for validation as well. I just don't go on my own. So I've always questioned, like, when I was younger, if I was crazy. But the goddess Hecate is around. What I understand, there's going to be a great rise of the feminine energy now that goes right across the board. It doesn't matter what religion. I'm hearing there's big uprises coming. It's all prophesized. So it feels very appropriate to pull the goddess deck right now to see what goddesses want to come through and support this vibe tribe and let us know what messages that we need to hear perhaps. I'm hearing Oh my gosh, I'm hearing pick your diva, pick your divas. Transformation. Oh, perfect. Transformational energy. Let me bring it up here. I'm going to have to bring that camera closer next time. I hope you can see this. Transformational. So I believe her name is Shakita. Shakiti. I kind of got an ass whooping there. Shakiti! That's what she said. Shakiti! This was a stone I had on top. It seems fitting for goddesses. Let's read about her. I don't know her. I've never seen her as a goddess before, so she's new for me. This deck is only a couple years old for me, so she was the god here. Page 90. Callie came out. Liberation. When I pulled it up, Callie. Yeah. She was coming out 2019 for me. And just after that, Notre Dame burned. I was doing a course called Awaken Your Life. And we were doing this energy thing. And then the next day, Notre Dame burned. And we could all sense the feminine energy rise from Notre Dame. And it wasn't just us as a group. We were watching it across social media. People were talking about it, sensing it. I really felt the urge to share that. So the empowerment message is, wonderful change is afoot in your life. And when the Hindu goddess Shakti comes to support you, all your longing, desire, and focus on something better in your life, coupled with your willingness to do the work, has ignited the life force energy of the great goddess. She responds now to bring your heart's desire. Know that now is the perfect time to move into your highest version of yourself. Are you ready for this change you so badly wanted? Everything depends on how honest and clear you have been, and how willing you are now to explore other ways of being authentic in the world. You have this magical feminine divine energy of the creator goddess Shakti to help you when you become open to doing things differently. You are stepping into your destiny. Do so wisely and without guilt. You will be amazed at the way your world awakens with breathtaking beauty. Wow. I love that. I agree. Words are seeds. I am my higher self. That's a beautiful affirmation. May I use that one tomorrow? I've been doing TikToks, and I've been doing a watercolor a day, and I've been working on my oracle cards. So I've been doing these watercolors, affirmations. May I use that, Louise? I think that's beautiful. I don't know what the picture will be. I do it intuitively. It's Pete. It's Pete's? Okay, then I'll have to harass him. I don't think he'll mind, but I will ask him. Hopefully he'll get the message and reply back. If not, I guess I'm going to have to be inspired by it and rephrase it. We'll see. So, oh, Mr. G, what are you doing? Hi. She's getting to everything. She got a candle. She got a candle. So the alignment message is, sometimes people and situations come into your life as a kind of change agents that turn your life upside down. What you thought was real and expected is challenged by someone else's perception of behavior, which you have no control over. This can be painful and deeply confusing. But the creator goddess Shakti wants to offer you her guidance. Can you see how everything is off balance is serving you now, helping you to open old wounds so they can finally heal? You know you're seeking this change. This magical metamorphosis for a better life for you and your loved ones. Right now, your alignment task is to love that part of yourself that sabotages your efforts to move forward. Love the insecure you. the one that is jealous, the one that sees not enough. When the world is truly full of potential, life loves you. In the feminine aspect of the universe, the great goddess herself, all your angels and your guides and helpers remind you that you came here as a spiritual being, learning to co-create with a new world and a world anew. Wow, that's beautiful too. Wow. I think I'm going to learn more about her. I love learning about new devas and dedis. They're quite amazing. I started invoking goddesses. It was 2 years after I was here, so it was 6 years ago. And I know that not everybody is into invocation, and that's okay, because if you don't feel safe enough to invoke, don't do it. That's the number one rule. If you don't feel safe enough, don't invoke or channel. Not a good idea. I thought about channeling tonight, but I think with channeling, I'm going to do that more not on a live, because then, I don't know, I do have kind of a pressure when I have a live. When I'm just in my own element and I'm just kind of like, and I'm relaxed, I think I could channel much better. I did my tarot reading before all my classes today because I was listening to my fur babies, because I didn't want it to interfere. And I spent a lot of energy out today in classes. I spent something like 8 hours in classes today, and setting up and doing ritual and stuff too. So the goddess on the bottom of the deck is Beauty, and her name is Benzai. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I could say this. Jen. She's got a beautiful 8 in her name, though. Oh my goodness. Here, quickly show this. Oh, thank you, Pete. Big thanks to you too. Big thanks to Mr. Pete. Beauty. The chief. So if you can see that, I don't know, you can see that beautiful little 8 right here. I can say her name, unfortunately. I wish I could. She's gorgeous. Oh, she's a number 6. Haha. Didn't I say I was invoking goddess 6 years ago? That's funny. Oh, she's another one I'm going to get to know. You know, as I get to know about her and Shakita, I think I'll share that with the tribe. That sounds pretty good. I got like a little tingle, so yeah. So I'm going to wrap this up. It's 11:30. I'm going to go wander off in nature, which is out my door. I'm going to go out to the park. Kind of blessed that I had that. That was a manifestation. That's a whole other story. So I wish to say good night. I love you. I think I'm going to end this out on the bowl. Please make sure you put your name down if you want one of these in Niagara Falls. It's a lemon leaf. So what I'll do is, actually, may I put your name on this, Louise, to kind of show what I'm going to do? Bella Jean was it. Oh, look at that, number 6 for you too. Did I spell it? I think I spelled it. I'm like, ooh, Isis was there. I pulled up the first goddess. It was Isis. I'm like, oh, hi, Isis. She made me kind of like, she's rebirth, right? So it's spelled BENZ. Here, I'll spell it out here. My other one here, BENZAI. I think it's a G. There's a beautiful 8 in it, though. Gorgeous. And put your name on this, please. If not, I'll just put my name on it. So, what I'll do is I put a name on a leaf. And sometimes I'll put like a symbol. If Spirit says put a symbol on it, I will put a symbol. Oh, look at that. The candle just went out. This is good timing. So I'm going to put a little heart here because I want to release any worries that I have in my heart and any fears I know I'm going to reach. The people I need to reach with my videos and my classes. And I'm excited about doing my first book. So I'm excited about my art career. And I just want to make sure I lose all those fears. Oh, I know what else I'm going to put on here. I'm going to put a WW because I'm going to put witchy witch. Because that was my announcement. I've reached out to Mia Magic. She has started her witchy witch course. And I don't have $1,000 just to go and take the course. So I offered a barter to her team. And I have to wait to see what they say. So she does connect with nature pretty well and stuff like that. So I just offered an alternative view, being a nature and forest therapy guide, and I do trail designs and consulting. So I offered that as well. I think along the same lines that she, become a wise woman, there's a lot that you learn. And then from there, it's just, you just keep learning. So that's what I'm going to do. And then what I'll do is I'll go down to Niagara Falls, and I will do this in the wee early of the morning hours. So there's no one there, and I can set like full intention. And I will literally toss it over the edge right into the falls. I usually take one step over so that it hits the falls and it goes right over. So like it'll rush, like the leaf will get crushed immediately. Even if it there's no way it's gonna float away. Even if it floated and went down, it's gonna get crushed. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a bad way. It means like it's going to disperse. And in Niagara Falls, it's 2% of the world's water. So that's worldwide water. And I love the fact that I live here and I can use that. So know that your wish will be transported worldwide. So when you put your name down on this leaf, you're literally going to be going, your energy is going to be going worldwide. And I invite you to imagine how long that might take. How long would it take for that water to go around the earth? Where would it go? Where would you want your water to go? So you have this ball of energy that you're out in the water now. Where would you want to go? What would you want to do with it? What kind of energy do you want to put into the world? What energy do you want for yourself and out to the world? What do you want to release and regain? If you want to lose a fear, what do you want to lose the fear for? Because you want to gain some sort of strength or something, correct? So there. Richie, witchy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes, sweet dreams. Yes, me too, honey. I'll put your name on this. You know what? I'll wait. We'll do the email thing and I'll talk to you after, Miss Louise. If anybody else wants to talk with me, please feel free to reach out. rainbowwindshealing at gmail.com or out of my social medias, Rainbow Winds Healing. Thank you. Much love and light.